Yo, 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 what's good in the hood? This JP. We here. We about to talk about some few things. We got Unrivaled. We're about to talk about the rosters. They start in 2 days, so if y'all interested in watching some WNBA 2.0 or point 0.5, whatever you want to call it, tune into Unrivaled because it's a 3-on-3 tournament, a 3-on-3 league where they play 14 games, and the winner gets $250,000 cash prize, and I believe is that's to splits, or maybe it's no. Ooh, forgive me. They're also having a one-on-one tournament where the winner gets 250 racks. So you got the 3-on-3 tournament, then the one-on-one tournament in February. So it's really interesting right now because a lot of people we're tuning into the WNBA because of one particular player, maybe two particular players, right? And only one half of those two players is playing in this league because Caitlin Clark did not join Unrivaled. So we do have Angel Reese. She does play for the Rose, which are the Rose. I don't even think they have a city. They're just called the Rose, right? She's on the team with what's her name? Baller chick too. Let me get the roster real quick. There, she's on the team, the roster. And I think she actually has a good team. When I was looking at it, like her team is kind of deep, right? So let's start off. Angel Reese is playing with Kalia Copper, right? That was the player I was thinking about, right? She balls. She's a real baller. Like she's balling with dudes. Like Kalia Copper is balling with dudes. She has a playing style that's indifferent from dudes. Like you can't really tell the difference other than the fact that she can't dunk because of NBA status. But if you talk about street ball, she playing like a dude, right? Chelsea Gray from the Aces, and that is the point guard. Which after this injury, she has been a lot slower than she was before, and I really hope she can recover because unfortunately, she's been like 2 or 3 steps behind the ball right now. And with this league only getting younger, I don't know if it's really gonna help her out staying in this league because a lot of people were mad that Chelsea Gray took the spot from Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark in the USA team for the Olympics. And people were really mad because she was injured. She wasn't even playing. Maybe she came in with 2 games before the USA team started practicing. So we got Lexi Hall from the Indiana Fever. Maybe she's just replacing Caitlin Clark. I don't know. Lexi Hall, she was okay, like 6, 7 man. Like I really not even nothing special. To be honest with you, Lexi Hall, nothing special at all. Angel Reese, she's coming in. Angel Reese the guard, and everybody wants to see Angel Reese play, right? Because Angel Reese she be balling, and let's see how she do in this 3-on-3 league. Because it seems like this league is more built for her style of play, right? I saw a clip the other day of her actually doing it. She's playing exactly the same, but it looks a little different. So let me just let's just pop this up. So the Mist and the Rose they scrimmaged today, right? Right, they scrimmaged today, and things were let's look at it. Let's look at it. Hopefully I don't cut this off because they be tripping on some of these things, man. Yeah.
Chelsea Gray.
How y'all feel about them not coming in and taking Ice Cube's idea? Ice Cube behind him. Ice Cube ain't never had TNT. Ice Cube ain't never had TNT. And he never had all these sponsors. Ice Cube really got to work. He really got to hold this shit together right now. Do y'all think that this league actually is gonna, be last over 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons? It's kind of weird how they think that the WNBA being unpopular as it is, that they're gonna come in and just dominate, right? Because maybe that's what players want to see, a faster paced game with these women. It's actually a good idea but it's gonna fall flat on his face, right? And I know they're banking a lot on Angel Reach to pull in the people. I haven't seen too much promo other than Instagram posts, right? I haven't seen a commercial. They're not necessarily putting in money to promote this. So a lot of people aren't really they don't really know about it. So I'm here to tell y'all, Unrivaled is starting in 2 days, January 17th. You gonna see you're gonna see some players ball. I'm not sure if all the teams are playing, but let me figure out real quick. On the 17th, what's the schedule? We gotta know the schedule. You know, and what are they playing on? Because I know I've seen that they're actually switching on from TNT to True TV. So it's they got a good channel right there. TNT is definitely a really good channel to play on. So yes, opening night, Friday 17th. We're gonna have the Mist. The Mist are playing what the hell team is that? Lunar something. But we definitely have the Rose playing the Violent. The Violent have a pretty hard team too. So the shit kind of excuse my language, but I'm waiting to see how the fans. I like basketball. I watch basketball in all shapes and forms. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from not watching it unless it's just garbage and slow pace and air balls here, air ball there. I didn't watch the 3-on-3 in the Olympics, so who knows if I'm gonna tune in here? I don't watch the big three too much, but I did I did attend those games live, and they're really interesting, really fun to watch live because it's a really good show. So that's Friday. TNT. We got the Rose playing at 8 p.m. So the games look to only be maybe an hour long because the first game starts at 7 o'clock Eastern time. The second game starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So we got to see how the game is played, but just to break it down, the players official said that the league has surpassed 35 million in funding. The Milwaukee, so Giannis Antetokounmpo, Olympic gold star Michael Phelps, Coco Gauff, whatever her name is, you know who she is, tennis player, Don Stanley, and Juju Watkins. Juju, the USC player, are among the how she got money? She's still playing in college. So they're among the investors. They raised $35 million, which when the league was announced, selling points is the average salary would be higher than the WNBA. So the average salary in the WNBA was about 119. This is all from ESPN. $119,000, and the high around $242,000. Unrivaled average salary seems to be apparently with a salary pool of $8 million. So out of that $35 million, they're throwing $8 million at the players, and that breaks down to be about $222,000 per player. And this is for a month's work. Like if I was in the WNBA, why not jump on this? It's for a month's work or 2 months work because you got the one-on-one tournament. So and it doesn't even seem serious. I hope that these girls play to win and it's serious because if I watch this and they playing around and it's just fun and games and I really don't want to see this. You know what I mean? But I really hope that they take this seriously and it's really good and entertaining basketball. So that's good though. The ladies are getting paid twice of the average, right? Twice the average. And I don't know if the league's average salary. Say I don't. Some players could be getting paid more. Some players could be getting paid less. Okay. Yeah. So this is really interesting that Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart got together and put this league together to get, and the ladies are getting paid more. This is actually kind of tripling their salary for the year because they're getting extra money. They do gotta play, right? So you want to know how is unrivaled rules different than the Olympics 3-on-3 rules? So they'll be played on a. They're playing on a 49.2 by 72-foot condensed full court rather than a half court. So they're playing. They're going to be running back and forth. It's not this take the ball out to have to take the ball back, right? WNBA courts are 94 feet by 50, so essentially it's cut in half, and the width. Hold on. Yeah, so the width seems to be a little bit wider, but it's cut in half lengthwise. I guess that kind of makes sense. You playing more of a half court, you want the court to be a little bit wider. Maybe it's more NBA standards. But as far as the length of the court, yeah, it's cut in half. All right, so that's definitely something different. They're trying to make it feel like you're playing on the blacktop. Like back in the day, they want us to feel like it's just fun. So hopefully they take it seriously because I really don't want to see them flop on this first year, right? So if y'all can go out there and support, I know Caitlin Clark ain't out there. Maybe we can get her out there next year. A lot of people want to see this league fail. Me personally, I would like to see it succeed just because yes, the ladies getting paid more money. It's actually beneficial for them. But is it just too much too early or too much too quick? Like they could easily fail. To be honest with you, if people don't tune in, they offered Caitlin Clark $1 million. She turned it down, and I don't know if they're gonna have the fan base follow because Angel Reese has not been making too many waves online other than just wearing some outfits that people may think is too promiscuous, too much, showing too much. You know what I mean? So yeah, the courts looking nice. I think they're playing in Phoenix. Where are they playing? Okay, so they got. I think they're where are they playing at? We'll find that out. We'll find that out. But the coaches, they got the Chicago. They got Teresa Witherspoon, NBA assistant coach. Phil. They got NBA coaches in there. Phil Hanley, Andrew Wade, LA, who recently spent time at LA Sparks. Okay, yeah, they got some good coaches. And how to watch it? You want to watch it on TNT or True TV? All right, games will be Monday and Friday nights, and there's definitely maybe want to tune in early just to give us support and just see if it's worth it. That's all I ask. Just like don't go in there and ignore the whole league. Just give it a chance, see if it's worth it. If it's not worth it, change the channel, right? It says Unrivaled dropping sponsor after sponsor, and the W dropped the new All Star logo, and it looks just like the old one. All right. So we got just a few players. We got Cameron Brink on the squad. So let me just go through the teams, just pick out some names. I'm not gonna go through every player on the team because we're gonna move on to the next subject. The Laces. For the Laces, they got the rookie Kate Martin, which is she doesn't play for the Aces no more. She actually plays for the Valkyries, the new WNBA team, Golden State Valkyries. And they got Kayla McBride, defending champion, or she went to the championship, and Jackie Gannon, and Elisa Thomas. So the Laces are going to be a tough team. I don't necessarily see them putting up a lot of points, but this may be one of them defensive teams that could stop most of these teams. Okay, so the Lunar Owls, that's what that was, the Lunar Owls. So the Lunar Owls, they got rookie Cameron Brink, right? Nafisa Collier, Skylar Diggins Smith, Alicia Gray, she's a forward, okay, and Courtney Williams. So I don't know how far this team's gonna go. They don't necessarily seem to have a lot of scoring power, but they're gonna be a tough team to beat. Let's just say that. So the Miss BC starting off. They got this is a pretty solid team right here. And I if if I were to put my money on who would be a top contender in this league, I would say the Mist right now would be one of the top contenders. You know, we're gonna continue to go through it. We'll see if anybody else can. But just looking at this right here, Dejounte Carrington is a guard. Aaliyah Edwards, rookie, forward. Rakia Jackson, another rookie. Jewel Lloyd from the Storm. Okay, you know she ball. She ball hard. Brianna Stewart, didn't she just win the championship? And Vanderson, you got two people that play on the same team. You know they're gonna have that chemistry, right? So this team is definitely was Vandersloot on the Liberty last year? I thought she was on a different team. Maybe she was on the Mystics or something like that. I don't know if Vandersloot was on the Liberty, so excuse me. I may be mixing her up with someone else. But Brianna Stewart and Jewel Lloyd on the team right now, and Dejounte Carrington, they pretty much got this locked. Phantom BC, and right here, this I don't Brianna. I mean, they got Brittany Griner, they got Sabrina Ionescu, and Marina Mabry, which she's a shooter. Carrie Lou Sampson, another shooter. Like nothing special on this team. I mean, this is one of those teams that may end up last place, you know, unless Brittany Griner actually ball. Who knows? It's half court. It may be very hard. She may have a lot more energy getting up and down the court, and she may, you know, actually ball. The Rose BC, I already went through that one already. That's Kalia Cooper and Angel Reese. Not the best team, right? The Vinyl BC, you got Aaliyah Boston, Ray Burrell, which is from the Sparks, which is alright. Darica Hamby from the Sparks, and Arike Umwale. Yeah, excuse me, Umwale. That's a solid team, a third place solid team. And really, ain't too much to say about this. This is pretty much where we at right now. The Unrivaled League starting on Friday. Tune in or tune out. Just tune in, check it out. See if it's not worth it, it's not worth it. Next, we gotta talk about it because we trying to figure out why Drake is tripping. So Drake, newsflash, newsflags. Drake is suing UMG over the Kendrick beat, over Not Like Us. And you want to know why? Because Drake thinks that UMG, Universal Music Group, actually promoted this song to 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 make it harder for him to make his next contract with them. Right? He actually they promoted this song to ruin his career. They knew that Drake was asking for a lot, and I don't know what he was asking for, but apparently enough to make them want to promote the Ops' song to take out they main rapper, right? So Drake is suing, and this is from CNN. Drake sues UMG for defamation over Kendrick's song "Not Like Us." Drake is battling his own record label over a song that is the linchpin of a now legendary hip hop feud. In the lawsuit against UMG Recordings brought Wednesday in the U.S. District Court, don't he got to sue in Canada or something like that? In the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, the Canadian rapper and actor has accused the label of defamation in publishing and promoting the Kendrick Lamar hit "Not Like Us." So UMG published and they promoted it. Drake is seeking compensatory and punitive damages. Lamar is not named as a defendant in the lawsuit. So Kendrick is not getting sued. Kendrick just was doing art, and Drake could understand that Kendrick was only doing what he does, and that is completely legal. Freedom of speech. This is a rap battle, right? So, but Drake, he named some people in there, and the people he named are calling him a snitch. They saying he snitched. Do y'all agree that is suing someone a snitch? You trying to sue someone? Is that a snitch? You know what? That's a tough one. I mean, if you only suing someone through business, right, or through damages, right? So if someone broke into your house and stole your stuff, could you? I mean, you know who it is. You don't want to press charges, but can you sue them without being considered snitching? Although, because to sue someone, let's just get this straight. I think the burden of proof is just circumstantial, right? Where if you're suing someone, if you're, criminal charges, it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt, right? So circumstantial or beyond a reasonable doubt, it makes a big difference. It's a big difference on that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see what's up. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna see what's up on that. Hello? Yeah, I'm up here. Where? How far are you? All right, for sure. Do that. Now I'm on the live. I was hoping you'd be here. Get on the live, man. Talking about Drake snitching. Yeah, we set up right now though. I just got my little laptop right now, so we can do it here. This is my first time running the OBS studio on my new laptop, so yeah, it's running smooth. I'm going through it right now. I'll check it out. I ain't seen. I'm looking at the computer uses. Yeah, yeah. Let's do that then. We can try something next time. Yeah, I'll be up here Sunday for sure. I want. What's up? Yeah, yeah. If you can, I'll take a look, man. It's them little ryegrasses is growing. If you got time, it ain't looking too crazy. I won't. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. So yeah, yeah. So Drake going out bad. They saying Drake is going out bad right now. Like Pusha couldn't do this, but Kendrick got Drake going out bad. Drake is swinging at air. He's throwing haymakers to clouds. Drake is going out bad. But I think this is all inside Drake's head. Because to be honest with you, if Drake just put out some good music, I don't know if anybody would even care to remember this battle. If Drake could just put out a You Get Best or Started from the Bottom, Truffle Butter, you know what I mean? Like, I can't see Drake missing. Like, I don't think he lost fans. Drake was a talented person. Some say he was an industry, but Drake was talented, right? Drake could sing, Drake can rap, Drake can rap mid verse then sing, right? Who else? Beyonce do that. You know what I mean? Doja Cat do that. Drake like the only nigga that can do that, and Young Thug. So I think Drake is just crashing out. He's in his head, like he really, he battling these. He didn't really battle a real West Coast nigga. You know what I mean? He ain't battled a real West Coast dude. So he don't even know. Like, Game could have did this to him. The game could have did this to him. They don't know how ruthless we are on the West Coast. No shame. No shame. A battle is a battle, right? So you ain't gonna get no information on me because unless you know people in the West Coast, then maybe this battle would be completely different. But if you just surface level knowing people on the West Coast, you ain't really like from nowhere. You don't know nobody nowhere. You ain't got no solid backing from no local hoods or nothing like that. I can't see how Drake could think that he could beat Kendrick by out West Coast in him. And Drake really went wrong on that Tupac AI song. Like, that's kind of disrespectful to West Coast. And we gonna make sure that you don't get nowhere with that. You know what I mean? Getting blown up. Hello? So let's get through this. So Drake, he's suing because of the head. He's suing because not like us. He feels that it's defamation because he was called a pedophile. He was called certain things, and his own record label promoted it just to hurt him, so they didn't have to pay him money, right? Just to hurt him, so they didn't have to pay him the money. And we all know that's some clown shit. On top of it, Drake is insinuate. Drake claims in the lawsuit that the song was anti-Semitic, only because of this line right here. The Not Like Us song, the recording alludes to Drake's Jewish heritage, saying that Drake is not a colleague, but a colonizer. Drake is a colonizer. He's not a colleague, just because of his Jewish heritage, right? And Drake took offense to that. And he's trying to play. He's trying to play to a certain crowd right there. He knows that he's trying to get he's trying to get the Jays on this side because he knows with the Jays on this side they can end Kendrick. Just like they ended Kanye. Like Kendrick ain't more powerful than Kanye was. If y'all think that Kendrick could outlast a Zionist attack rampage, y'all fooling yourselves. He will not get close. Like he ain't even going. Kendrick will go back in his little cave for 5 more years if the Zionists came after him. Kendrick will be gone. Kendrick will leave L.A. if the Zionists got to him. I think Kendrick would go to Jerusalem. I think Kendrick would turn into a Zionist if the Zionists got on his head. Not many people got the balls like Kanye. You know what I mean? You could just tell, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat. Like, obviously Kendrick has a fire to go in a rap battle, right? But he's not gonna do no more than what somebody's throwing at him. He's not gonna go at the Zionists. He's not. Kendrick know that his whole career depends on the Zionists, just like everybody in the rap game, right? Because you could just be gone. Not like us, money just already gone. You could be out the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? It's that easy. You could be out the Super Bowl if the Zionists get on his head. It's anti-Semitism. That's what Drake says. And to me personally, I don't think Kendrick was trying to be anti-Semitic. I think Drake is doing what the Zionists do. They make everything anti-Semitic. So, I mean, I don't know how much more of this story we gotta go on. We just have to follow up on it. But it all started. We all know where it all started. The big three. It's just big meat, and that's where it ended at. You know what I mean? Kendrick ended about two rappers' career with one battle. But like I said, Drake, all you gotta do is put out good music. Get out your head, bro. Like you coming off like a little bitch nigga. I'm just for real. Like you coming off like a little hoe nigga. Because all you gotta do is shut up and put out music, and everything will go away. You making lawsuits? Are they making it harder for you behind the scenes, or what? Help me. Help me learn. Help me understand. Cause I don't. So moving on. Moving on. We got the California wildfires, and you know what? One particular part I want to talk about because big talk about this. So kind of taking a little sideway on this because we're gonna talk about the fires, right? And big controversy because right off the bat we got Donald Trump blaming Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass all the failures of the fire. That's just politics. That's just politics, and ain't nobody gonna change that, right? But then we have Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass blaming climate change. So let's connect the dots. Let's connect the dots. So this Eaton Canyon fire, and allegedly, I've seen the video, I've seen the witness statements. Allegedly, it started at an electrical tower, the bottom of an electrical tower. It started by Edison's electrical tower, SCE, Southern California Edison. If you know what I mean, if you out here, you know what I mean, right? So, but Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass want to blame climate change. So this is where I get confused because they got Gavin Newsom's air quality control. They're an unelected panel and they're making laws for us, right? They said by 2035 there will be no gas powered vehicles on the road. Everything will be zero emission. By zero emission, they mean electrical, right? So I'm gonna be funny, but most of these fires start by electrical. You can, what I mean, with the lightnings. I mean, with the lightning and electrical wires, right? You do have arsonists, but we could say that lightning is more. That's more of in the climate change category, right? But arsonists and fire poles and electrical wires and all that stuff can be prevented, right? I mean, you can't prevent every arsonist who wants to start a fire, but let's just say the wires, the electrical wires, that could be prevented, right? I believe there was a bill or something to bury the wires and was vetoed or something. But the problem is that they want to go all electric by 2035. Does it make sense when four of the biggest, out of the 25 largest fires, out of the top two largest fires, one of them was electric and one of them was natural causes? The top two, the Dixie fire, and it was a bunch of fires actually, a bunch of lightning strikes that turned into one big fire. So it was actually a bunch of separate little fires. But the biggest fire from a single source in California history was because of PG&E, our current WDP, our DWP leader right now. She was running it then. She's running the DWP. Mara Garcetti put her there or something like that, or I believe Karen Bass put her there. I don't know, but she was responsible for the Dixie Fire, largest fire in California history, single fire from a single source. Yet, climate change was the problem. Does anybody think that if we have to depend 100% on these electrical wires, other than like, just get away from the starting the fires part, but the fact that electricity had went out in Eaton Canyon prior to people seeing the fire, like the electricity had went out prior, so you couldn't even, like, you got a cell phone, right? Your cell phone dead or something like that. I don't know. You on your computer, the Wi-Fi gone. Like, you don't even. They didn't even know. They didn't know there was a fire. The power went out. So why we? I mean, we gotta depend on Edison, PG&E for to fill our cars, to fuel our cars, to power everything, right? I just don't get why they want to blame climate change, but they double down, but they don't recognize the fact that a lot of the big fires, the biggest fire, was started by an electrical company. So I mean, I get it. There's ways around it. You could still be zero emissions and depend on electric, and you can make it safer by burying the electrical wires. They're not gonna do that. They will be doing it now. There's a lot of electrical wires. You're not gonna get that done in 10 years. The winds are gonna get stronger. Winds have been getting stronger. Santa Ana winds, they hear every year, and they hit hard. This is nothing new. To the people that say it was uncontrollable, there was nothing they can do. The fires happen every year. Are you telling me that it's not a hurricane? This is not a tornado. This is not a tornado where you don't know where it's gonna go. This is not a hurricane where You just got to build stronger houses. You got to deal with water. This is wind. This is wind, right? We can't stop the wind, but we can prevent the wind from causing fires that spread and that take down whole cities like the Pacific Palisades. 200 something acres, 200 something thousand acres, or 20,000 acres, 23,000 acres. That's a lot. That's a lot to not have to take no fault for it and blame it on climate change. So Gavin Newsom been taking heat left and right, and you know what? The problem with Gavin Newsom is he cracks under pressure. Bro lies under pressure, and it's clear as day. That kind of lady ran up on him. He talking about that's my daughter's school that burnt down. Like, what are you doing about it? He said he's talking to Donald Trump right now. He's talking to Donald Trump right now, or he's talking to the president. I think he said the president. He said, I'm talking to the president right now. Lady said, I want to listen. Gavin just looked at the phone and said, oh, you know what? I can't even get through. I'm trying to call him. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Hold on, you was just talking to the president, though. How are you? You were just talking to the president. How are you trying to get through now? So he just get caught in line like that. He was on Meet the Press. All the reservoirs are full. What about the St. Yves red, the one in the Palisades red? That was empty. That reservoir was empty. Oh, but all the state ones are full. I said all the state ones are full. That's a local one. That's Karen Bass's fault. That's Karen Bass's ass, right? But it's not her fault. It's climate change's fault, right? The fire chief came out and said, Karen Bass, you cut our budget. This on you. The news, the left, they want to say, oh no, they're just attacking black women. So a lot of this is just about their own ego. We never gonna get help. We never gonna get a solution until they get over their ego, right? Can't attack a black woman. Can't attack a presidential candidate, a 2028 presidential candidate. It's political. This is all politicized. No, they're not doing their job. We here in California, if y'all not here in California, you should know they're not doing their job because we see the bills they pass all the time. We see their priorities. 9 times out of 10, they passing a bill for the Rainbow Coalition or they passing a bill to help illegal immigrants. 9 times out of 10. Ask us what happened to the reparations bill. Nothing, right? And we talk about the fires right now, so I really don't want to get into all that. But we're just telling you that we here in California, we see what they once they get their power and they get their votes in, they do what they want. And Gavin Newsom may not be 100% at fault. He may not even be able to stop this happening. But I can tell you that all he had to do was be proactive. I mean, all he had to do was just be proactive. Karen Bass, just be proactive. How are you proactive in Ghana? You can't be proactive in Ghana. But when I heard Karen Bass ran on never leaving LA. I'm never gonna leave LA. I'm your mayor, and I'm gonna be because you know the mayor like the commander in chief. The mayor she control the police department. She you know what I mean like the mayor like the commander. The mayor gotta be there, right? But Karen Bass promised to LA this Los Angelonians, whatever they call them. My bad, y'all. The Los Angeles ends. Angelonians. They got a weird name, man. No one ever says that except for the news. So the people from LA, she promised them she would never leave LA. Only if she had to go to the White House or some other or Sacramento. She promised. Karen Bass has left the country multiple times after that promise. She ain't even been married that long. So the fact that it was in the forecast, you knew what was happening. Yeah, you had your plans prior, but before you left, you knew it was happening. You still left and went to Ghana. And you came back to a shit show, and this is what you get. So, with that said, I hope y'all can, I got people's, and, we got people in Altadena, they safe, but a lot of people lost their homes in Altadena. A lot of people lost their homes in Altadena. I went, I don't know too much about the Pacific Palisades, but I would just recommend if y'all can find the fund, just donate some money to the people in Altadena. That's where the Eaton fire started, and that's where Southern California Edison started it. So they go. I mean, if you in Altadena, you better get on that lawsuit. I will be getting on the lawsuit, getting on the phone, calling my lawyer, and planning out how I'm going to sue Edison for this. If you lost your home and everything you own, you should be figuring out how I'm gonna sue Edison for this. How I'm gonna sue Edison for this because it's not your fault. This in this case, it may not be Karen Bass's fault because Karen Bass ain't even the mayor in Altadena. This is more Gavin Newsom. This is more people, the government, the California government just letting the electric companies do whatever they want and not maintain their equipment to where the Santa Ana winds that come every year have to start a fire, right? Like I said, the Dixie Fire, largest fire from a single source in California, started from an electrical wire. Not global warming. They try to blame the wind on climate change. Yes, the storms bring the wind. The wind gonna win. The wind gonna win regardless. The wind was winning before climate change. The wind gonna win after climate change. And if y'all not gonna bury the wires, if the electric company's not gonna spend the money without passing the buck on to us, because they already charged us arm length for electricity, then we don't need electric cars 2035. We don't need to give them all that money. We don't need to give them it. Because that's just a handout. It's just a handout for the electric companies. Imagine if your landscapers, your your cars, your boats, your airplanes, everything was electric. I don't know. Any, I don't know if anybody's flying an electric airplane. Let's just take the airplanes out of it. But everything was electric. Imagine how much money, how that electric bill is gonna look for the state, for the Edison. They gonna get paid. And guess what? If every house ain't got solar panel, then yeah, you paying Edison. So like I said, go ahead and donate. I'm gonna let y'all go. Stay good in the hood. It's JP. Y'all like, subscribe, follow, all that. Have a good night.